What's up, guys? It's E and welcome back to the Living Life podcast. After not uploading one of these for months and months and months, it's finally back. Now we're stuck in this quarantine and we're all isolating inside. I thought I'd take the podcast digital and do what I can over Discord. So today's very special guest is Julia May, a friend of mine from uni, and we talk all things. Oh, phone's just buzzing, sorry. We talk all things quarantine, from what we're doing, what we're watching on Netflix, what we're into with gaming, and even a bit of content creation stuff with my YouTube channel, Julia's Twitch. And all that. Special thanks to Julia, of course, for being a guest, but also for taking over the technical side when everything went wrong on my end. Apparently on Macs, which I use a MacBook Pro, apparently you can't record the other side's audio, or you can't, like, I don't know, there's some issue with it. You can't capture the other side's audio, at least from the many ways we tried. So she took over the recording and recorded from her end, so I'm a bit muffled on my end. I'm a little bit quiet, but it's only the early days of doing this. We'll get better as we go and figure it out. So yeah, thanks to her. I'm a little bit quiet, a little bit of technical issue, but that's alright. You don't need to hear me anyway. It's better you hear the guest. I'm probably just annoying to listen to, so it's probably for the best. But anyway, that's it. Let's get on to the video.
Finally, we've been setting this up for 50 minutes,
40
minutes.
Yeah.
But we're here now.
Hot minute.
Hello, Julia. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey Ben, how you doing?
I'm perfect. How are you?
Perfect. Yeah, good.
So I haven't done one of these in 6 months, maybe. But I thought today, because for my last two, I talked about uni a whole lot, and I'm following that up with another uni person. So that hopefully won't be the same as the first two podcasts. But obviously, since those last two, this whole pandemic's happened.
Yeah.
So how have you been managing with everything going on?
Well, my job, I work at a pub, so I'm not working. Pub's closed.
Yeah.
But honestly, just a whole lot of video games, I've been catching up with my mates playing some Jackbox. You know Jackbox games? Have you heard of that? Yeah. Just over video chat here on Discord.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really? Not much. Honestly, this sounds bad, but my lifestyle hasn't changed very much. I was always a bit of an inside person, but I do miss, definitely concerts and gigs. I was a really big fan of those, so it kind of sucks that they're all getting cancelled, but we need to stay healthy. So I understand.
Do what we can.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it's necessary.
It's actually quite the same for me. Love my video games, love staying inside.
Yeah.
So on that front, hasn't changed a whole lot, except different for you. I'm still working, if anything more.
Oh, you're essential.
Yeah, I'm essential. So I work at Big W, and we have toilet paper and also soap and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're keeping us open for all of that. So
wow.
I'm on, if anything, more at the moment. So it's pretty weird. While we might not go into the uni front a whole lot, how have you felt about it being an online thing now?
Well, obviously for our degree, digital media, not really much has changed. Actually, the only thing that's different is that the tutorials are online now, but all of our assignments are already pretty, you just submit them online. Yeah, no, we didn't really do exams or practicals or the only one I'm concerned about is there's a group presentation that I have in one class, and that's going to have to be done over video chat, so that's going to be interesting.
Is that 303?
It's 300.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
300.
Gaming class.
Yeah.
So there's another one are you not doing BCM 303?
No, I'm only doing 3 classes this session, and one of them is the second year that I missed. I missed out. I've missed a lot of classes because I was doing a double degree, so I was doing other classes with media. So I'm behind on a lot of classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people like that, because a lot of people do communications and media as a double degree.
Yeah.
And compare it with something else.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Because I'm doing it.
I'm thinking of dropping mine.
Just on its own. Oh, what are you doing? What's your other?
It's just arts and.
Just
I was
okay.
doing languages, but I had to drop it. I'm thinking of dropping my double degree, just doing media.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
sure yet.
Because I'm doing communications and media straight. Like that's just
Yeah,
that. It is quite weird. Like a lot of people I start with, I now see doing subjects I did like last year and stuff.
yeah,
Everyone's timeline goes so different based on how much you're sort of doing. But
yeah.
yeah, with communications and media, we did adjust quite well. You've sort of become the forefront of the digital media society on
Oh,
Discord, figuring it all out for us and everything.
that happened by accident. Well, not really by accident, I guess. Just after a class, after the tutorial in like week 2, I went up to Chris said would be using Discord, and I went up to him and I said, "Hey, Chris, I've been using Discord since I was literally 15. Like, if you need help with any like setting up anything, let me know." I didn't realize that it was already like a fully set up Discord. Like, I thought he'd just made a new one like for that
Yeah,
class and that he needed someone to help him set it up. I didn't realize that it was like Harrison's project that already had like all the channels and all the like, like all the roles set up and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. So like he gave me mod on that server. And I'm not even in the DMS. Well, I mean, I guess I am because I'm a digital media student, but I haven't gone to their things. So that was a cool surprise. And then Harrison asked me to set up that bot, and yeah, it's
yeah,
cool. I like to do stuff like that. It's kind of like portfolio work. Like if you think about it, you can show.
yeah. Setting up all that.
Yeah, like
It might be something you can use down the line.
maybe. Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
it's a skill I have.
Um,
Discord
yeah. I mean,
Discord servers, setting those things up. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think a lot of our course is more skill based than just like results based. It's what you can do, isn't it? And
Yeah.
how you sort of put things together, what you can create, what you can
Yeah.
come up with, and that sort of whole thing.
Yeah. It's really neat. I've been moderating some a subreddit recently since September, and I've been
Okay.
putting a lot of work into it, like working really hard, because I feel like that's something I want to be able to do is like in the future if I'm advertising like, hey, I'm a digital media person, like I can set up
Yeah.
your Discord, I can set up your subreddit, I can set up your Facebook
Mm,
page, your Instagram, whatever. But like, yeah,
yeah.
I like to
I
do
should.
formatting and logistical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But when I become big time on YouTube, I
Oh
should give you
yes.
moderator on my YouTube channel so you can ban all the normies in the chat
For sure.
and
Yeah. If you
and
ever
kick
do
everyone
live
out.
streams,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm on it.
Cheeky Julia May popping up in the comment section, bringing down the ban hammer on everyone.
Just yeah, throwing them.
What's the subreddit on?
It's for an artist called Melanie Martinez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like an indie artist. It's got
How's that?
9,000 followers at the moment. The subreddit
Oh,
does.
okay.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Since she was on The Voice in 2012, and now
Okay.
it's been kind of growing. And I joined just as she released her new album. They needed new mods because they had a spike in
Oh,
yeah, people. So yeah, it's really cool.
how did you sort of, were you already in contact before that, or did you just sort of like apply for it, or?
They just made a post, and this is like if anyone wants to like get into like subreddit moderating, not modding, moderating. I guess it's modding,
There
but
you go.
it's not like modification.
Yeah,
But yeah,
somewhat.
it's if you want to be a mod for like a subreddit and you want to like practice that skill, I guess practice. I don't know. Um, yeah, you just gotta like scour subreddits you like and see if they are advertising. Like they just made a post and it's a subreddit I was already browsing, and they said we need new mods, and just apply. And I had to fill out like a Google form and say like what I would do if I was mod or whatever. And they
Alright.
liked my suggestions, and so they got me on board. Yeah,
Alright,
me and like
that's cool.
3 other new people. Yeah,
Yeah, that's sweet.
yeah.
One interesting thing about us is we're two of the only sort of online creators doing communications and media, with me being the YouTube boy and you doing all your Twitch stuff. You still live streaming?
Oh, yeah, I haven't been doing it for a while, but recently I've been doing a couple, like, yeah, it's something that I was doing for a long time, but the game that I played stopped getting patched, like it stopped getting updated, so I stopped streaming it because eventually it just,
Oh, okay.
like, became a bit stale, like the community wasn't there anymore. But,
Oh, yeah.
I've been streaming a little bit recently to really know results. Like I said, I had an audience for that game
Mm.
already, and it's like now I'd have to start from scratch. But
Yeah.
not entirely from scratch. But yeah, I'd like to get back into it. It's just I'm focusing on other stuff at the moment. I'm doing all those assignments that we got, you know,
Yeah. So
and
much fun.
I haven't put my Twitch channel as my DA for a while. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a rough yeah. It's a rough thing, hey, like to put all that time into the content creation and then hope for the best and then keep going, and it can sometimes
Yeah.
get a bit draining.
Yeah. It can be really weird. It's hard to describe to anyone that sort of doesn't do it or
Yeah.
understand it themselves. How sort of as fun as it is. Like obviously we make videos or we live stream because
Yeah.
we enjoy it. We
Well,
want to like make content, but that doesn't mean there's like no difficulty behind it whatsoever.
yeah, there's just even like today trying to set up this
Yeah,
recording,
just
yeah.
setting up this
So
is
many
like is so
hiccups.
difficult, but
Yeah.
there's so much. Like, so if we talked about like behind the scenes stuff. Why don't you go into a little bit like sort of what would go into like a Twitch live stream?
Yeah, so we use a software like a streaming software, right? So I like to use OBS, Open Broadcaster Software, and you have to link it to your stream with like a key. So you go onto your account, they give you a stream key, you input that into the software, and then once you hit go live, it streams it to that stream. It's kind of like a password for your stream.
Mm.
And it's like I'd call it a bit like a Photoshop window. So you can grab elements like pictures, your webcam, the chat, um, notification alerts and stuff, and you kind of drag them around on this like Photoshop window. Like you can resize and crop and do everything, and you just kind of make this collage of like stream assets and put them into different scenes, and then you have to like swap scenes when you swap between different games. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. And then
Yeah,
once you're finally live, you don't know whether or not all of that will pay off. You have to just kind of hope that you get some sort of feedback or engagement to go off of for improving upon your next
yeah.
one. And yeah, I definitely have
There's so much.
a little following though. Like there is this one guy who watches all of my streams and he follows me on Twitter and he's like really lovely.
That's good.
Yeah, and he's from
Big fan.
France. Yeah, he's just like
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's really
French
random.
audience.
But he's nice, so it's cool.
Yeah. But with that sort of thing, live streaming or YouTube, there's just so many little things that people who don't do it wouldn't understand the work that goes into it. Like even just watching live streams, I see like people who have like cool barriers around their like webcam that they've like designed,
Yeah.
or the like transition scenes between cameras and stuff.
Mm.
There's like just those little things. I'm like, I would have no idea where to start with like setting that up
Yeah.
on Streamlabs or OBS or anything.
There's
Do you use anything like that? Have you used, like,
Streamlabs.
transitions or anything?
I use Streamlabs for they have a bunch of plugins so that you can have like your Twitch chat and like follower notifications pop up on your screen. But no, I don't really have any like assets, like borders around my webcam or I don't have any stuff like that. But those are actually very easy to come by nowadays. Streamlabs has a whole bunch of them that you can use if you're subscribed to their Streamlabs, like I think it's called Streamlabs Pro. You can download like a bundle of
There's
just
like presets.
yeah, just assets for you to like borders and different game UI like borders. Yeah. Yeah, so those can be cool. I recently helped a friend. He's in the UOW VGA, and I helped him set up a live stream for. We're playing a League of Legends Rumble at the moment, like a bunch of different teams put together from people from the uni, and they're all just like playing round robin games against each other. It's just like a friendly tournament, and I helped him set up his. He wanted to stream it, so I helped him set it up so it has a chat and notifications and scene swaps and everything, and it was really easy and quick to set up. We just set it up over Discord with a screen share. Yeah, and it
Yeah,
was
that sounds good.
a lot of fun to just like share my knowledge, yeah, and help
Yeah.
someone
How
out.
many people? How many people do you think roughly would be taking part in that?
In the stream or in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean like the tournament.
Well, the tournament has, I don't know, maybe like 10 teams, so maybe like 50 people. Teams of 5.
Just like all UOW based.
Yeah, just all people from UOW, and I guess they're friends as well. Like we have a couple mates in our team who aren't from UOW, but as long as like 1 or 2 people in the team are, it's fine.
Like it's got a base in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like the stream went really well. He got, I think, like 15 viewers. Like we just linked it in the VGA Discord and said, hey, you know, playing a game against these 2 teams, come watch if you're interested. And yeah, got quite a few viewers there. So that could be something I could start doing, like streaming my Rumble games to Twitch and sharing it with the UOW.
League has quite a good community, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Following.
Yeah, I would never stream it though, like regularly. I feel like it's really oversaturated. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in me trying to jump on it. Yeah.
That's sort of like the negative side of it being so popular, is that it's probably also already being done. Like, I know on YouTube, for me, it's like finding a niche. Like, every idea is sort of based in something that's already been done. Like, you can't really do anything completely creative.
Yeah.
But to find something that you can make cool that hasn't been done before, it's quite difficult.
It's like, it's nuanced, isn't it? It's like really like you want to try and find something that's on trend but also new. Like you can't just make something completely left of field and expect it to just blow up. Like it might happen.
Yeah.
But if you want to like, you know, have some like slow steady growth, that's how people go viral, right? Is it just like randomly? But if you want to see like slow steady growth, I think you have to consider like what's popping off right now, what do people want to see, and you want to jump on it, but then you also don't want to like jump into something that's oversaturated and just get no attention, just be like lost in the noise. So you got to like set yourself apart somehow.
Yeah, it's because I've been thinking, I sort of did a couple like isolation vlogs of just like what I'm doing, staying inside, because it's quite topical. So that might be something I'd pick up, you know.
Yeah.
But what are there any other games you sort of enjoy besides League, and what's sort of your main couple games at the moment?
So, well, I used to play a lot of this like rhythm game called OS when I was a lot younger. It's kind of like a Guitar Hero, you know, like a Guitar Hero is like a rhythm game. Yeah, it's like one of those kind of games. But I'm not really great at it anymore. I like The Sims. I recently rounded off my Sims 4 collection because they're all on sale because of the quarantine. They put a big sale on all this expansion packs. So I've got all the expansion packs now, and I've been playing that, and that's a lot of fun. And I've actually always wanted to. There's this thing called like a Sim tuber, and they're like a YouTuber who plays The Sims, and they do Let's Plays, and they just tell stories using The Sims. It's like really cool. It's like, it sounds absurd, but they're so cool when you watch them, and I've always wanted to give that a go. Yeah, I've always wanted to give that a go.
I think I watched someone like do a Sim series like years ago.
Yeah.
And it is like, if it is very if you're gonna do it on YouTube, it has to be very like story driven. It's like if you can create some sort of narrative, it can be so fun to watch and like sort of make it like episodic in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like TV.
It's so funny. Like I remember there's this one creator I love, and she had this series that was so like, there's like so much drama in it. You know, there's like people, like characters like dying tragically, like family members, and like cheating and like people getting kicked out of the house and having to like live in a trailer park and all that. And it's like just like a family drama series. And honestly, it was like a weekly episode thing, and I was following it like it was a TV show, honestly. And it's like the most I've ever commented on like YouTube videos in my life. Like every episode I would comment and be like, oh my god, this is like so cool. But yeah, it's like they're legit, like they spice it up so much. It's like you can only do so much with The Sims, but they add like flavor by like narrating what's going on. You know, like if they make their sim have an argument with another sim, they'll like narrate the argument like in real
Yeah,
time.
make
Like,
it heaps dramatic.
yeah,
And
they're just like live playing The Sims and they're just like narrating what's going on the whole time. It's so cool. It's such a cool like medium. It's like so
yeah,
like you it's like sounds so weird from the outside, but when you actually get involved and engaged, it's like really interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's interesting how much a creator can bring to a video that's so like even if it's based on something else, like a game or something, like it's not based on the person, it's based on what you're playing. Like the person behind it can still bring a lot to it with personality and stuff to like really amplify it and make it a lot more engaging.
So true,
So
yeah.
it's
So true.
um so if you were you going to say that you might be tempted to do something like
I've
that,
always
but would
wanted
you
to start like a Sims Let's Play. Just I've got so many like story ideas in my head. There's so many expansion packs, you know, like um with all sorts of like different themes and like there's
mm,
so much you can do with like the game. Oh,
yeah,
it's so exciting. I just want to tell stories like it's kind of like yeah, like have you heard of like Gacha Life?
no,
It's
what's
pretty
that?
I don't know, it's pretty cringe. It's like something that all the little kids are using these days, like with like 10-year-olds, and it's kind of like a website where you can make little animations with these like sprites that you create. Legit.
No,
Go on YouTube one day and just look up Gacha Life stories, and people, it's like similar. People like these like 10-year-olds make stories with these like little animated like anime characters.
ah, that sounds quite funny.
Yeah, they are hilarious. Yeah, it's like
If
so
you were to
bad. It's
ever
good.
if you were to ever start doing that Sims thing, would you do it on Twitch or
I
as
would
videos on
do it.
YouTube?
I'll do it on YouTube. I would
Yeah,
pre-record
it's like a
them.
video series.
The problem with The Sims is it's a game with a lot of bugs and a lot of bugs and a lot of hiccups very frequently. So
Mm.
sometimes you can get a bit flustered if something goes wrong. Like you're in the middle of like
Ah, okay.
you're in the middle of doing something and all of a sudden your sim starts T-posing and you're like, shit, I need to like reset. I need to like
Yeah,
reload the sim
yeah.
and stuff.
Okay. So it
And
fits
so
YouTube better if
it's
you can
yeah,
edit and stuff.
it's like it's a style of video that has minimal editing, but it's like you still want to cut some bits out, you know.
Yeah.
Like especially loading screens. The loading screens in The Sims 4, there are a lot of them. Like every time you move from one house to another house to another area, there's like a loading screen in between. So
Mm.
you people do it on YouTube and they cut the loading screens out entirely. So it's just like
Yeah.
flows very very well. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that live
I tried.
streaming suits like there's a lot of SimTubers who are builders, so they don't really play the
Mm.
game.
Yeah.
They just build like buildings, like
Yeah.
and upload
Yeah. I've
them.
seen live streams like that.
Yeah, that would be better suited to a live stream. It's like if you're a
Yeah.
builder making houses in big community lots and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's more simpler content that's just sort of like one block rather than like a Sims like series, like putting a bunch
Yeah,
of stuff together.
yeah, yeah.
Um, is there anything else you sort of watch on YouTube or Twitch?
At the moment, I used to watch a lot of ASMR. Um, not so much
To
anymore.
sleep or for like amusement?
It was to sleep, but I've started trying to put my phone like away from me when I sleep now, so not so much anymore. That's why I don't really watch it
Ah,
anymore.
okay.
I've like tried to just like plug it in across the room and like get in bed just to get to sleep better.
Mm,
But what else am I watching? There's there's a lot of like let's plays on at the moment. Of like Final Fantasy VII's remake just came out, and that's a
okay.
game that's like a series I'm really into, Final Fantasy. So I've been watching a lot of let's plays of that. I don't know really. Actually, I've been watching a lot less YouTube and a lot more Netflix recently. Since
Mm,
quarantine started, I was never a huge like Netflix watcher. But now that I'm like home a lot, yeah, I've been watching like a few shows on Netflix. I haven't seen Tiger King. I'm gonna have to give that one a watch.
neither have I.
Everyone's raving about it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just like picked up steam and now like people
Yeah,
won't shut
it's.
up about it. But
I think its quarantine is partially to credit there for
yeah,
it picking up.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Well, it blew up not long after, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of,
Not long after everyone was.
once we were all fully inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what have you been watching on Netflix then?
I just saw a series called I Am Not Okay with This, and it was really cool. It has Sophia Lillis, like the girl from It, the It remake. Yeah,
Yeah.
the redhead
Yeah.
girl. So that was really
Yeah.
cool. What else did I watch? I've been watching this like documentary by some chefs called Ugly Delicious. It's like really interesting.
Okay.
It's like they're a bunch of like foodies, and it's like a really chillax style doco. It's just like it doesn't feel super structured. They just kind of go around different places, different countries, like trying food. And each episode has a different theme, like tacos or pizza. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool. It's really chill. There's a new season of Drag Race. Been watching that. Currently airing.
Okay.
Yeah, with my mum. She loves that show, so she gets me to watch it with her. Anything else? Nothing else comes to mind straight away. I've been enjoying the movies that we've been watching in 325. Those have been really cool. Yeah, like all the sci-fi films.
Yeah.
We've been watching a
I
bunch.
feel like we've been getting better
Yeah,
week on week.
yeah.
Like that last one that we weren't even meant to watch.
Was cool.
I thought
Yeah.
that was sick. Yeah.
I didn't get to finish it, but I will. It was really cool.
Why not?
Because I kind of showed up late, so I've got like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I got like 20 minutes to go. It was like really like it was. I was like so sad I had to pause it because the tutorial was starting. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on top of that.
Yeah, it's hard because some of those movies have been good.
Yeah.
So it gets annoying to have to like look away
Tweet, yes.
and like do stuff while you're doing it. Because for people watching that don't know what we're on about, we have to live tweet screenings of movies. So we watch something sort of as a class, like we try to sync up as best as we can, and then we have to do we're meant to do like 10 tweets and 20 interactions with other people.
Yeah, retweets and likes.
Tweets and posts and stuff, and retweets, likes, and all that.
Yeah.
So it can be hard if a movie is like quite good
to
like,
concentrate.
Okay, I have to go to Twitter now and do that. But I think I saw on one of your tweets, I noticed, I think it said Twitter. Do you use your phone while you're doing it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that because it says what you send it from. And I was like, maybe I should do that because I use my laptop. So
all right.
screen.
Yeah, no, I have the movie up on my computer, and then I just like use my phone to live tweet. I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't prepared any. Like, to be honest, we've been recommended to like pre-prepare tweets and then copy paste them.
Yeah.
I haven't done that at all. I've been preparing with research and stuff. I just for some reason didn't like the idea of, especially if it's a movie I hadn't seen before, I didn't like the idea of preparing a tweet and then copy pasting it. I liked to live react. But I think I'm actually gonna after I just did my like critical reflection thing, and I think I might try it. The movie we're watching this week is really good. Have you seen Ghost in the Shell, the original?
No.
It's an anime movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually asked Chris about it, our tutor, and he said that he's going to recommend people watch the dub, but if we've seen it before, we can watch the subtitled version if we want to. But because it's originally in Japanese. You're probably going to want to watch the dub just so you can tweet and watch it at the same time, but it's really really cool. You've seen the remake with Scarlett Johansson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a live action remake that came out a couple years back. It's pretty. Yeah. It's a really cool movie though. Came out in the 90s. Yeah, really awesome. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah. When it came to doing the tweets and everything, I sort of agree with you. I like reacting more, just like
organically.
Watching it live.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I feel like I'd get better results doing it beforehand. So it's like a weird, like, do I want to do what I prefer or do what I think will do better? Because I did one week where, you can schedule tweets on TweetDeck.
Yeah.
So I did that where I got like, not all of them, but like 5 or so of my tweets I scheduled beforehand so that I could be tweeting less throughout and just watch it, which I thought it did help. But it's still, it's a weird mix. You gotta like find a balance to how you do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for my feedback. I'm gonna wait for my feedback and see if I feel like I'm gonna get told that I need to link more articles and sources and stuff because I haven't done any of that.
Same, probably.
And if I get told that, then I'm going to start preparing tweets with like article links in them. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing it how I'm going. Because it's pretty fun. Like, compared to, it's really interesting to me to think about how different my attitude is to like tweeting and posting content now than it was in first year. In first year, I hated the thought of like having to do 5 tweets a week, and I would always do them like the last minute or towards the end of term because I really just was so self-conscious, just like sharing anything, like opinion or whatever it was, being like, oh my god, like all my peers are going to see this. But then after a while, you just stop caring. You're like, everyone's doing it, and it's actually pretty fun to get involved. Like, when you get involved, you realize, oh, this is actually like pretty rewarding, and like, you feel like you're getting a lot out of the degree by getting involved.
You need particularly with what we do, you have to engage to sort of get any benefit from it. But I also feel like the minute anything becomes mandatory, like, and as soon as you have to do something, it just sucks to do it. Like tweeting can be so fun, but if you get told, okay, you have to tweet, it's like,
it can suck the life out of it a little bit.
Like, it's less cool now. It's less. I'm not just doing it because I want it. Going back to Netflix and stuff, would you say you prefer watching TV or films, like shows or films?
Series or movies?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think for me it's movies. Hang on, I've got a train coming past in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear it. You might hear. I'm not sure. I live right next to a train line. Anyways, yes, for me it's definitely movies. Because I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I look at like a TV series that has like 30 episodes and I go, oh my god, I don't want to like spend that much time. Like, I don't want to put that much time into something, you know? It's like a really big commitment of time. So I prefer to like pick small, short series or like movies. Yeah, that's just the way I like. I like short bursts of entertainment. I'm not a huge fan of like the binge watch trend.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of that. I don't watch like a series start to finish like 8 hours straight. That's crazy to me. I feel like you could take breaks and do so much more with your time, to be honest.
I find if I get into like a full-on show that's got like seasons and it's really long, I need to like detox afterwards. I can't get into another series like right after.
For ages,
I need a break of like short stuff. Or if there's any type of show that doesn't have like a linear like narrative, like Black Mirror, each episode's just its own story.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I like stuff like that. If there is a series that each episode's different, then I can really get in and just start plowing through and watching a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I tend to actually watch, like, if there is a series that I've seen before and it has heaps of episodes, I'll watch that like no problem. Kind of because like I already know what to expect going into it, and it's like it's kind of like the comfort food of consuming media is like you see like, oh my god, it's H2O, just add water. I'm gonna watch that start to end like for the next like week because that's like my childhood, and like I haven't seen it in a while, and I really like revisiting those old shows. Like also The Last Airbender, that was really cool to revisit. Even like iCarly, I watched that start to finish last year. It's really crazy, but it's like, I don't know. It's like you see these shows as a kid and you're like, yeah, and people tend to do that a lot with like stuff like The Office and Friends. And people love to revisit their old favorites and watch them in sequence.
I actually want to, because I don't think I've watched The Office in full.
Right,
I don't think I've seen it, so I want to watch that and get into it. And
that's another interesting thing, isn't it? That when we used to watch TV, we would like watch the episodes out of order, or like, you know, we'd miss a couple episodes and we'd miss a bit of the story. It's so interesting watching back all these classic series that we like grew up with and really loved now, and getting like the full story in sequential order. It's like some shows I never got to see that before, and it just makes me appreciate them so much more because you can see like the progression of the story like start to end, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Have you ever? Do you know what The Mentalist is?
Yeah, it's like a cop show, right? And he like, I've seen like, I'm pretty sure I've seen a few episodes. He like is like really good at reading people. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, Patrick Jane, the
yeah.
main guy, can like read people and like psych them out and sort of stuff like that. But there's this overarching narrative. The whole story starts because this serial killer killed his family, and sort of the whole
Right.
story. There's this overarching narrative of sort of his chase to get him that sort of comes in and out while each episode has its own sort of main case.
Main story,
So
yeah.
it's like, yeah. So some episodes are completely like on their own, isolated, no story around them, and then like the serial killer's called Red John will come like in and out. But I
Yeah.
remember watching it years ago, watching the mentors like you were saying, just like episodes at a time, sort of not like in order. I didn't even know for like ages that there was this overarching storyline. I thought it was just a cop show with like cases.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, each episode's its own case. And then watching it back years later, I was like, oh wait, there's a story here that's got like this pursuit of this main guy. So yeah, like you were saying, it's you can
Yeah.
completely miss stories depending on how you digest or sort of like take in content or choose to watch it.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like that reminds me of NCIS. I watch NCIS every now and then just when it's on the TV. Well, I used to. We don't really watch much TV anymore. We have a Chromecast upstairs now, so
Mm.
Mum tends to just stream Netflix from her phone to the TV. But yeah, when I used to watch TV, like at dinner time in high school, we'd put on NCIS, and I'd be like really into the plot of that episode, like, oh, who killed this person? What happened? But then like stuff would come up about like the overarching narrative and like the head of like the police department, like Gibbs, and like his wife or something is missing. I don't really remember. And I was like, what is this? Like, who cares about this? Go back to the story. But it's like you don't realize that that's something that's like been going for the whole season. It's
Mm.
like this bigger picture. Yeah, and it's like so cool to just watch back your favorite series in order and be like you get like you see it in a new light. You get like a new
Mm.
appreciation for serialized
Yeah.
TV.
That might be a good place to leave it for this.
For sure.
For this episode. Thank you for coming on and being a guest on the podcast after I haven't done it for so long.
No worries, it was a pleasure, thank you.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, excellent having a chat.
And that's it. There you go. There's the sit down. There's the chat with Julia. Again, thanks to her for being a guest on the podcast. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it if you want to. And of course, if you want to be a guest, I'd love to have some people on. Just send me a message. Let me know. Floydie, I want to be on the podcast, and we'll sort something out. We'll get it sorted. Now that I'm doing it over Discord, hopefully I can get some more regular interviews now that I don't have to actually meet people to do it. But yeah, that's enough from me and from Julia and I, as you just saw. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.